My name's Keith Henshaw. I'm a Master Craftsman and also the Managing Director at the Leather Satchel Company. We handcraft bespoke bags and accessories locally here in Liverpool. Yeah. So the Leather Satchel Company tries to produce all our products in an ecological manner. We try and source locally wherever possible. So things like buckles will come from Yorkshire, rivets will come from Knutsford, packaging and boxes are all made locally in Huyton. So we do whatever we can to source locally, and when it's not available locally, then we go a little bit further afield into Europe and try and source from there. Traditionally, the leather industry has not been very aware of its impact on the environment. There's been some horror stories in the past, with especially tanning industry and the waste going into water supplies and affecting people. And this is a real concern of ours. So everything we try and produce, we're very aware of the supply chain, and we always try and work with companies that are ISO 14001 approved. But to kind of bolster that as well, we're looking at how else we can be more eco-friendly. So for instance, all our packaging is made from recycled product. It's also 100% recyclable. And then we're also looking at reducing waste in the industry and making products that use less raw material that ends up in landfill. So being a lot more efficient with the material. And then outside of that, making the products that last a lifetime, so that they last a lot longer and you're not having to put more product in a faster cycle into landfill. And then after that, also making sure they're repairable. And then at end of life, the product can be recycled into something else. So we get a full circle of the product over years, you know, long past when they become heirloom products and are handed down, and then perhaps they're totally falling apart. We're like, okay, I've got this backpack, let me make it into a notebook cover for you, you know. So that's where we're looking, and we're looking at how that compares to the tradition at the moment. We're working with the university to produce a study on comparing the two types of manufacturer. Traditional, where we're kind of not really paying much attention to the damage we're doing to the environment, and then when we're actually very conscious of what we're actually doing and looking with a focus and a strong awareness of how can we do this better, how can we make this more sustainable. One of the challenges as a company, we're a small company, and the study we're trying to do is going to take quite some time, and for us to dedicate a member of staff to go and do that study, it just becomes unfeasible. It just becomes unreasonable for us to be able to afford someone to invest that amount of time out of company resources to go and look at how we actually compare to other companies. So for us, it's a great benefit to be able to work with the university who are European funded, to be able to do the study and to help us look at how we can improve our eco-credentials. I actually stumbled across the university project from a friend of mine who recommended it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be a real drag and a drain on resources sorting all this out. But actually, when I got in touch with the university, it was incredibly simple. It's been like 1-2 meetings talking about what we want to look at, and the whole thing's going ahead. It's so simple. It's so easy for companies to kind of get in touch and use these funds and resources to really help the business improve on their eco-credentials.